Hi everyone, it's Maria and today I'm going to show you how to make smooth edits. So we're just going to get into it. The first thing is velocity, which is really important because you want it to look like there's always movement. For that I usually use Twixtor, but it's not needed, so we're just going to use time remapping. First, you right click on top of your clip and then go to time and enable time remapping. You're gonna be working with keyframes on time. In every frame, remapping has a different value because every one of them indicates a different frame on the original clip. You can see me going through the clip because what we want is the velocity to begin with a lot of movement and to end with a lot of movement. You add a keyframe where you want your velocity to begin and then another one where you want it to end. Move the first keyframe to the beginning, select both of them and easy ease them. Go to Graph Editor and do the same that I do. What you're doing here is for time to go faster in the beginning, then to go slow, and then to go fast again in the end. It looks a little bit choppy, and that's because we didn't turn on frame blending. Now we're done. We did it with time remapping because it does not need any plugin, and it does not make After Effects go slower. Now I'm gonna talk about graphs and what effects I use to do transitions. For this part, you'll need Sapphire, which is a plugin. Before we begin, remember to add motion tile to your clip. Now we're gonna use this effect for all transitions, including zooms, slides, and rotations. I'm gonna do a zoom out as an example of how my graphs look like. Whenever we do any transition, we always go to the end of the clip and we add one keyframe with no specific value, with a default value. In this case, we're gonna add a keyframe on sThis with a value of 1. Just in case you don't know, sThis is used for scale. Now we go to the beginning and add another keyframe with a value of 0. Next, we select both keyframes and easy ease them. Then we're gonna edit the graphs, so just repeat what I did. I usually leave a small gap between the arrows, but when the clip is a little bit long, I do not leave it, because otherwise it looks a little bit slower and I don't like that. And we're done. Now we're gonna talk about opacity. Before I get into explaining, I want to say that I don't usually use opacity. I only use it for shape edits, and for all the other kinds of edits I almost never use it, just for specific cases. So we go 2 frames into the layer and add a keyframe with a value of 800. Then we go to the beginning of the clip and add another keyframe with a value of 50. And then we go to the end and add another keyframe with a value of 50 again. And we're done. Next, we're gonna see something that you can do if you see a lack of movement. If you think that there's something missing, then you probably would like to add wiggle, which makes the clip just move. And I want to say that lately I haven't been doing this, but I used to. That's all for today. And before I end this video, I want to say that I know that there's many things that make edits smoother, but these are just some tips. I think that shakes play a lot into it. So if you have any specific requests, you can just either DM them to me or comment them. And see you next time.